What if I was to say that only 10% of graduate jobs are advertised? 95% of advertised graduate jobs are through recruiters. It means that as a graduate, going on, well, these sites is pointless. A recruiter can only make money out of you if you have experience. Example, a recruiter charges 20%. You want 20,000, someone else wants 40. Here's the thing. Recruiters aren't in the market to work with graduates. You can spend all day on a job board reading descriptions, writing cover letters, sending CVs, but at the end of it all, nothing. And it's not because you're not a talented individual, it's because a million graduates are sending their CVs to the same 10% of jobs on job boards. What we need to do is help you, well, stand out. There we go. Hey. Firstly, let's get off these recruitment sites. Let's use sites that document people as well as companies. A lot of my research module, you'll hear me talk about preferred and suggested routes. You'll also hear me talk about BBJ, or Boolean Backdoor Jumper. What is one of these? Well, in short, it's an extended search code that you can develop based on your own strategy. So let's say I want to get into marketing. I'll explain how we put the code together later. First, let's plug it into Google. What this is kicking back is a large list of people working for companies who we might not know about because they don't advertise on job boards. So, what are these? Well, these are people who have published what it is they do and for what companies they do it for. This guy here is the Director of Communications and Marketing, it seems, for the Chartered Insurance Institute. I didn't know who they were. This person here is the Marketing Communications Coordinator for a solicitors. Now, she's not a lawyer, but she does run the marketing there. Now, this individual is the Director of Corporate Communications for Europe, the whole of the Middle East and Africa at Facebook. That just shows how powerful BBJ is. Now, these people on the left-hand side work for companies that, well, we didn't even know existed. Well, now we do. This person here works for a company that we did know existed, but now we know exactly who makes those hiring decisions within this organisation. The whole point of the suggested route is to show you companies that you didn't know existed, but companies that have departments that could incorporate your particular career path needs. Alright, stay with me. Let's click a profile. This guy's quite senior. He works for a company called IHG. I don't know who IHG are. I can see here that they're a big company, they're large, they have 4,500 hotels. How have I not heard of them before? Let's Google them. Let's say I found their website, it's a commercial site. Let's say I went back to Google, found that they had a corporate site, went on their corporate site, found that they actually had, hey, a careers page. Check that out, graduate opportunities. Now we're talking, huh? Cool, so we just used my Boolean backdoor jumper via a suggested route. I call it a suggested route because our search criteria is based around us not knowing who these companies are. You see, we used 3 criteria there: industry, title, location. Let's break this down. Now, within my example, it was a student who wanted to get into marketing. I know that communications, corporate social responsibility, or brand are common marketing industry terms. I've used director or head code to ensure that I'm targeting companies that have senior level, high paid individuals. I've also used London or Surrey because that's my location. You'll notice that I've told Google exactly what to search for, but exactly what not to search for. Notice the minuses. Now, in our particular example, we managed to find a large, industry-specific company that wasn't on a job board that most graduates would probably not be sending resumes to, that had a careers page. We would have loaded our resume and someone would have potentially got back to us. Now, this is, as I said, a suggested route, but what if we wanted a preferred route? What if we wanted to list all of the companies that we thought were cool, that were going to give us a good career prospect, and find the HR managers as well as the senior hiring managers direct? That means finding the company and finding the contact. We're going to have to change the BBJ up. You'll notice we've changed industry to company name. This is where my course gets detailed and interesting. In the past 2 years, I've had 60 interviews and been offered 58 full-time jobs. This is because of decision by opportunity. Good staff are hard to find. Show a company that you can add value and are enthusiastic, and they will create a job for you, now or in the future. So let's say my suggested route kicks back this company name. I've done some research on them, they're medium sized, but hey, they're growing pretty fast. Been on their site though, and they don't have a careers page. Annoying. It's okay, we're going to use the preferred route. Remember the suggested? Well, this is the preferred. So we're changing industry to company name. We can use the same search strategy that we used in the suggested route, except this time, take out the industry, pop in the company. We know the company name, so put it in. Now put that whole code back into Google. And what this is a list of directors that work for Instant. And hey, at the top, Claire Noble. the marketing director. This is great. We now know that Claire Noble is the person you need to speak to as a graduate if you want to get into marketing for this medium fast growing company, Instant. Well, I know what you're thinking. How am I going to make contact with this person? Well, communication strategy is very important. Graduate Career Chemistry will show you how to professionally obtain these people's contact details and how to professionally introduce your resume. We also teach a section about internet researching, reports, publications, government sites, business finance sites. There are so many companies out there that don't use recruiters and don't use job boards. We need to stop students fishing in the same pond. Otherwise, only the lucky few will catch a fish. This can all be taught to your university students by lecture, seminar or workshop by Graduate Career Chemistry.